Hi guys, in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to create this pumpkin pennant. He is the third in our series of monster pennants. Personally, pumpkins are one of my favourite things about Halloween and autumn in general, so this was a really fun tutorial for me to make. I hope you guys all enjoy, and let's jump into it. So for this tutorial you're going to want orange, green, brown and black yarn. You're going to want a needle, a hook and some scissors. Okay, so to start you want to take your orange yarn, create a slip knot and chain 26. Okay, so there's our chain of 26. So what you want to do is yarn over and go into the back loop of the second chain from hook for a double crochet. And you want to do that into every chain along until you have 25 double crochets in total. Okay, so at the end of the row, when you've got your 25 double crochets, you just want to chain one, turn your work and repeat. One double crochet into every stitch along. Okay, so you just want to continue this along until you have 5 rows of double crochet in total. So I'll meet you back when you've got your 5 rows of double crochet. Okay, so once you reach the end of those 5 rows, what you want to do is chain one, turn your work and go into the first 5 stitches with the orange, doing a double crochet. Into the 6th, go in, but only go through the first 2 loops. We're then going to take our black, pull it through those 2 loops, we're then going to go into the next stitch, but we're only going to pull through those first 2 loops. Drop your yarn behind, pick up the orange again, you're going to pull through those 2 loops, you're going to go into the next 10 stitches with the orange, into the 11th stitch, you're just going to pull through the first 2 loops. You're going to pick up your black again, but don't pull tightly or you will curl your work. Just pull through those 2 stitches, go into the next stitch, but only pull through the first 2 stitches. Drop that yarn again behind, pick up your orange, pull through them, and go into the next 6 stitches with your orange. Then chain one, turn your work, go into the first 4 stitches with a double crochet, go into the next stitch but only pull through 2 loops, drop the yarn in front this time, pick up your black and pull through. Go into the next 2 stitches, with a double crochet. Into the next stitch, go through but only pull through 2 stitches, drop that yarn in front, pick up your orange again, pull through those 2 loops. Okay, and from here we're going to go into the next 8 stitches with the orange. Into the next stitch we're going to go in, but only pull through those first 2 stitches. We're going to drop our yarn in front, pick up our black yarn again, don't pull too tightly, pull through those 2 loops, go into the next 2 stitches, go into the next stitch but only pull through those first 2 loops. We're going to drop our yarn in front, we're going to pick up our orange again, go through those, and we're going to go into the last stitches with the orange. And then we're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work. So we turned our work, we're going to go into the first 3 stitches. We're going to go into the next stitch, but only go through those first 2. We're going to drop our yarn behind and pick up our black, not pulling tightly again. We're going to go through those 2 loops. We're going to go into the next stitch, into the next 3 stitches, and then into the next stitch, but we're only going to pull through the first 2 loops. We're going to drop that yarn behind, pick up our orange, not pulling tightly. We're going to go into the next 6 stitches for a double crochet with our orange. Into that last stitch, you're going to go in and pull through, but only 2 loops. Going to pick up our black again. Going to go through those last 2 loops and go into that stitch for a double crochet. Into the next 3 stitches, we're going to do double crochet. Into the next stitch, we're going to go in but only pull through 2 loops, drop that yarn again behind, pick up our orange, not pulling tightly. We're going to go into those 2 stitches, and we're going to do the rest of the stitches in that row in orange. We're going to chain 1, we're going to turn our work. Into the first 2 stitches we're going to do double crochet, so our second double crochet, and into that 3rd stitch we're going to go in but only pull through the first 2. We're going to drop that yarn in front, pick up our black, not pulling tightly. We're going to go through those 2 stitches. We're going to go into the next stitch for a double crochet, then into the next 5 stitches. We're going to go into the next stitch, but we're only going to pull through the first 2 loops. We're going to drop that yarn in front, pick up our orange, not pulling tightly. I'm going to go through those two loops, go into the next stitch, for a double crochet. We're going to go into the next 3 stitches for a double crochet. We're going to go into the next stitch, but only pull through the first 2 loops. We'll drop that yarn in front, pick up our black, not pulling too tightly, go through those 2 loops, go into the next stitch for a double crochet, go into those next 5 stitches for a double crochet, and into that next stitch we're going to go in but only pull through the first 2 loops, drop that yarn in front, pick up our orange again, we're going to pull through those 2 loops and go into the rest of that row with orange. We're then going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to do 1 complete row in orange. So doing 1 double crochet in every stitch along in orange. So I'll meet you back when we get to the end of that row. Okay, so once you've completed a row of orange, you want to chain 1, you want to turn your work, and into the next 11 stitches do 1 double crochet in orange, go into the 12th stitch but only pull through the first 2 loops, drop this yarn in the front, pick up the black, not pulling too tight, go through those 2 stitches, so taking the black, go into the next stitch, only pull through the first 2 loops, drop that yarn in the front, pick up our orange, go through those 2 loops, into the next 12 stitches we're going in with the orange. So once you reach the end of that row, chain 1, turn your work, so into the next 10 stitches do 1 double crochet with the orange, go into the next stitch but only pull through the first 2 loops, drop that yarn behind, pick up our black again, not pulling too tightly, pull through those last 2 loops, go into the next 2 stitches for 1 double crochet, into the next stitch, go in but only pull through the first 2 loops, drop that yarn behind, pick up our orange again, pull through, and then go into the last row of stitches with just the orange. And then we chain 1, turn our work, and do another full row of orange. So once you finish that, I'll meet you back. Okay, so once you finish that row, you just want to chain 1 and turn your work, and you want to do another 2 rows of just plain double crochet in the orange. You can also now cut yourself free of your black yarn, leave some nice loops because you can weave these in. Just want to go in again for another 2 rows of double crochet.